This Porsche Boxster just hit 100,000 miles. This is a 2011, and for any of you guys that are considering this car, this video might make you want to get one. So first of all, this car has been driven very, very hard, yet has very minimal body damage at all. You can see the headlights are getting a tad bit faded. Might be hard to see on the video. They don't look as clean as they used to, that's for sure. The front end of this thing looks quite well, a little bit of bug splatter up there, but almost no scrapes until you get to the undercarriage right here, but that's not too easy to see. Moving along to the other side, just a tad bit of curb rash right over here on the wheels. Still pretty clean, got a little scrape right there, indent. For the door handles, of course, inevitably you're going to have a little bit of scraping right there. Around the vent on the side looks very clean. You can see some more curb rash on these wheels here. These wheels just look really, really good though. And the brakes still almost look new. They perform fantastic as well. Everything on this car is still functional. The convertible works. I did have a little bit of an issue with it, but it works again now. The spoiler works perfectly fine. It still sounds fantastic. And if we take a look at the interior, definitely some wear and tear that you can notice on here. For example, right there, right by the window switches, windows still work really, really well. Door sill looks very clean. Seats have been kept in really good condition as well. This burgundy color is very cool. Let's go ahead and hop in here. And you can see steering wheel is almost flawless. Little bit of kind of dirtiness under here. I'm sure that could be cleaned up though. Gauge cluster is perfect. The entire dash looks great. This is a manual. If you're going to get a Boxster, I highly recommend getting a manual. Definitely some wear and tear on this center console here. This is a 13-year-old car. Yep. So that's really the biggest sign that this thing has 100,000 miles and is 13 years old. But dash, door panel, everything else is really, really clean. Even this, the passenger seat over here looks fantastic. Infotainment system works extremely well. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. Of course, we got the ignition on the left-hand side, classic Porsche. And let's take a listen to how this thing sounds really quick. I have driven this about 100 miles today, and I've had literally zero issues. I've driven cars with less miles on it that have issues. Take a listen. Sounds really, really good. 2.9 liter flat six. If we run through some of these gears here, it all is so nice. 100,000 miles on this transmission, and it still works very well. You can see the spoiler button right there. That works great. If we look at this infotainment system here, very, very responsive. For 2011, I would argue this is one of the best infotainment systems in terms of like how responsive it is, and it's just easy to touch. Not too much cool settings or stuff in here, but yeah, it amazes me how this thing is so easy to use, and there's still infotainment systems made today that are worse than this. Truth is, if you buy a Boxster, I mean, you're getting the value, you're getting the brand, right? This is absolutely a exotic car brand, so everything that comes with Porsche, even though it's a Boxster, you still get a Porsche. So for 100,000 miles, it drives great, transmission feels perfect, very minimal wear on the outside. And it still performs very well. If it did lose horsepower, since it's, you know, starting to become an older man, it still pulls very, very hard. So if you guys are thinking about getting one of these, let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comments. And this is, by the way, the base model, not the Boxster S. But this is a really, really good deal for what this car is. I would honestly highly recommend it because it won't leave you stranded, more than likely, unless it wasn't maintained properly. But you can drive the crap out of this thing and still have just a great car for years to come. So appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.